The commencement of the Aliyah process for United Kingdom residents begins with the formal establishment of an immigration file through the Jewish Agency for Israel, the preeminent organization authorized by the Israeli government to facilitate Jewish immigration worldwide. This initial procedural step represents far more than administrative formality, constituting the official beginning of a comprehensive evaluation process that will ultimately determine eligibility for Israeli citizenship and coordinate the complex logistical requirements of international relocation to Israel. The Jewish Agency for Israel operates under explicit authorization from the Israeli government as the primary institution responsible for facilitating Jewish immigration to Israel across all international jurisdictions. This organization maintains exclusive authority to process initial Aliyah applications, conduct preliminary eligibility assessments, and coordinate the extensive documentation requirements necessary for successful immigration completion. The institutional authority granted to the Jewish Agency reflects decades of specialized expertise in managing the complex intersection of international law, Israeli immigration policy, and the practical challenges of facilitating mass immigration movements. Established through formal agreements with Israeli governmental authorities, the Jewish Agency serves as the crucial intermediary between prospective immigrants and Israeli immigration services, providing specialized expertise in navigating the complex legal and administrative frameworks governing Jewish immigration under Israel's law of return. This intermediary role proves essential given the complexity of international immigration law and the need for coordinated processing across multiple governmental jurisdictions. Within the United Kingdom, the Jewish Agency maintains dedicated operations specifically designed to serve British Jews seeking to immigrate to Israel. These UK-based services provide localized expertise in British documentation requirements, coordinate directly with UK governmental authorities for necessary certifications, and offer guidance specifically tailored to the unique circumstances facing British immigrants. The localized approach recognizes that each country presents distinct documentation challenges, legal frameworks, and procedural requirements that demand specialized knowledge and experience. The organization's UK operations work in close coordination with Israeli consular services and maintain current knowledge of both British and Israeli legal requirements, ensuring that the immigration process proceeds smoothly across international jurisdictional boundaries. This coordination prevents potential conflicts between differing national requirements and ensures that documentation prepared for UK authorities will satisfy Israeli immigration standards. Opening an Aliyah file represents the official commencement of the immigration evaluation process, involving comprehensive registration with the Jewish Agency that includes detailed personal information submission, preliminary documentation review, and initial eligibility assessment based on Israel's law of return criteria. This registration process creates the foundation for all subsequent immigration processing while establishing the applicant's position within the Jewish Agency's systematic approach to immigration management. The file opening process establishes a formal record within the Jewish Agency's immigration system, creating a unique case identifier that will track the application through all subsequent stages of the Aliyah process. This systematic approach ensures comprehensive oversight and prevents documentation gaps that could delay or complicate the immigration timeline. The case tracking system enables Jewish Agency representatives to monitor progress, identify potential complications, and provide targeted assistance throughout the extended immigration process. During the initial file opening process, Jewish Agency representatives conduct preliminary assessments of an applicant's eligibility under Israel's law of return. This evaluation examines familial Jewish heritage, religious conversion documentation, if applicable, and any potential complications that might affect immigration eligibility. The preliminary assessment represents a crucial screening mechanism that identifies potential challenges early in the process, enabling proactive resolution rather than reactive problem-solving during later stages. This preliminary assessment serves multiple essential purposes within the overall immigration framework. It identifies documentation requirements specific to each applicant's circumstances, establishes realistic timelines for immigration completion, and addresses potential eligibility concerns before extensive documentation preparation begins. Early identification of special circumstances or complex documentation requirements enables applicants to plan appropriately and avoid last-minute complications that could jeopardize their immigration timeline. The file opening process requires presentation of fundamental documentation, establishing both personal identity and Jewish heritage. This typically includes British passport verification, birth certificates demonstrating appropriate lineage, and religious documentation such as synagogue membership records or conversion certificates where applicable. The documentation requirements at this initial stage serve to verify basic eligibility while providing the foundation for more comprehensive documentation compilation that occurs throughout the extended Aliyah process. For individuals claiming Jewish heritage through family lineage, the Jewish Agency requires comprehensive documentation, tracing Jewish ancestry through maternal lines or providing evidence of formal conversion through recognized rabbinical authorities. This documentation forms the foundation for all subsequent eligibility determinations and must meet specific standards for authenticity and comprehensiveness that satisfy Israeli immigration requirements. While comprehensive documentation compilation occurs throughout the extended Aliyah process, the file opening stage requires initial supporting materials that demonstrate serious intent and basic eligibility. This may include marriage certificates for married applicants, evidence of current UK residency, and preliminary financial information indicating ability to support the immigration process financially. The Jewish Agency uses this initial documentation to assess the complexity of each individual case and provide accurate guidance regarding additional requirements and expected timelines for immigration completion. The file opening process includes comprehensive consultation with Jewish Agency professionals who specialize specifically in UK immigration cases. These consultations provide personalized guidance regarding documentation requirements, timeline expectations, and logistical considerations specific to relocating from the United Kingdom to Israel. The specialized knowledge of UK immigration professionals proves invaluable given the unique aspects of British documentation systems and legal requirements. During these initial consultations, Jewish Agency representatives assess individual circumstances comprehensively, identify potential complications or special requirements, and develop customized immigration strategies that account for professional obligations, family considerations, and personal preferences regarding Israeli residency. This personalized approach recognizes that each immigration case presents unique circumstances that require tailored solutions rather than standardized processing approaches. Opening a file with the Jewish Agency establishes immediate access to ongoing support services throughout the entire Aliyah process. This comprehensive support includes regular progress updates, assistance with complex documentation compilation, coordination with Israeli governmental authorities, and guidance regarding practical aspects of Israeli relocation. The ongoing support framework ensures that applicants receive continuous assistance rather than episodic help during critical moments. The Jewish Agency's support framework extends well beyond immigration processing to include pre-immigration preparation programs, Hebrew language instruction opportunities, and connections with absorption services that will facilitate successful integration into Israeli society. This holistic approach recognizes that successful immigration encompasses not only legal processing, but also practical preparation for life in a new country with different cultural, linguistic, and social frameworks. Following file opening, applicants typically receive preliminary feedback regarding their eligibility status and comprehensive documentation requirements within several weeks. This initial response establishes the operational framework for subsequent immigration processing and provides realistic timelines for completion of various documentation requirements. The rapid initial response enables applicants to begin planning their documentation compilation and immigration timeline with confidence in the accuracy of Jewish agency guidance. The Jewish agency's initial assessment identifies any potential complications or special circumstances that might affect processing timelines, enabling applicants to plan accordingly and address potential issues proactively rather than encountering unexpected delays later in the process. This proactive identification of potential challenges represents a crucial advantage of early file opening that can prevent significant delays and complications during later processing stages. The file opening process initiates formal coordination between the Jewish agency and Israeli immigration authorities, ensuring that all subsequent documentation and processing aligns precisely with current Israeli governmental requirements. This coordination prevents potential discrepancies between Jewish agency guidance and Israeli immigration expectations that could result in application delays or rejections. Regular communication between the Jewish agency and Israeli authorities ensures that UK applicants receive current information regarding documentation requirements, processing procedures, and any changes in immigration policies that might affect their applications. This ongoing coordination proves essential given the dynamic nature of immigration policy and the need for current, accurate information throughout the extended processing period. Opening a file early in the immigration planning process provides crucial advantages in documentation preparation and timeline management. Early file opening enables applicants to begin gathering required documentation well in advance of their intended immigration dates, preventing last-minute complications that could delay the entire process. The extended timelines required for proper documentation compilation make early initiation of the file opening process essential for successful immigration completion. The Jewish agency's early involvement allows for identification of complex documentation requirements, such as apostille certifications or international document translations, that require substantial lead time for proper completion. These complex requirements often involve multiple governmental agencies and extended processing periods that can significantly impact overall immigration timelines if not initiated early in the process. Early file opening facilitates comprehensive financial and logistical planning for the immigration process. The Jewish agency provides detailed information regarding immigration costs, documentation fees, and practical relocation expenses, enabling applicants to develop realistic budgets and systematic savings plans. The financial planning aspect of immigration proves crucial given the substantial costs involved in international relocation and the need for careful budget management throughout the process. Additionally, early engagement with the Jewish agency provides access to pre-immigration programs and services that can significantly ease the transition to Israeli residency, including Hebrew language instruction, cultural orientation programs, and professional networking opportunities. These preparatory services prove invaluable for successful integration into Israeli society and can significantly impact the quality of the immigration experience. Following successful file opening, applicants receive detailed guidance regarding the extensive documentation requirements for Aliyah completion. This includes specific instructions for obtaining apostille documents, criminal background checks, medical examinations, and other certifications required by Israeli immigration authorities. The comprehensive guidance provided by the Jewish agency ensures that applicants understand all requirements and can plan their documentation compilation systematically. The Jewish Agency provides systematic checklists and timeline guidance for documentation compilation, ensuring that all requirements are met in proper sequence and within appropriate timeframes for successful immigration processing. This systematic approach prevents the confusion and delays that often result from inadequate planning or misunderstanding of complex documentation requirements. The file opening process initiates preparation for eventual interviews with Israeli consular authorities, which represent crucial components of the Aliyah approval process. The Jewish Agency provides comprehensive guidance regarding interview expectations, documentation presentation strategies, and effective approaches for successful consular interactions. This preparation proves essential given the importance of consular interviews in the final approval process. This preparation includes thorough review of personal and family history, guidance regarding potential interview topics, and coaching on effective presentation of immigration motivations and integration plans. The interview preparation provided by the Jewish Agency significantly improves applicants' chances of successful consular approval while reducing anxiety and uncertainty about this critical component of the immigration process. The file opening process establishes the foundation for all subsequent immigration interactions, making comprehensive honesty and complete disclosure absolutely essential for long-term success. Any false information or deliberate omissions discovered during later stages of the process can result in application rejection and potential permanent immigration exclusion from Israel. The Jewish Agency emphasizes the critical importance of complete transparency regarding personal history, family circumstances, and any potential complications that might affect eligibility or processing requirements. Successful navigation of the file opening process and subsequent Aliyah requirements benefits significantly from professional guidance and strict compliance with all procedural requirements. The Jewish Agency's extensive expertise in immigration processing and current knowledge of both UK and Israeli requirements proves invaluable for ensuring successful outcomes while avoiding the pitfalls that often trap inexperienced applicants. Opening an Aliyah file with the Jewish Agency represents the crucial foundation upon which successful immigration to Israel depends. Establishing the comprehensive framework for systematic documentation, professional guidance, and methodical processing that enables British Jews to realize their immigration aspirations while maintaining full compliance with both UK and Israeli legal requirements throughout the complex international relocation process.